Hey YouTube, Geminijets 2000 here, coming at you with a PDX airport update. It's been a little while since I've done one of these. A whole lot has changed at PDX in terms of routes, and just a lot of airline stuff. We have some new routes, some routes taken away, a bunch of construction going on. But yeah, this should be a pretty good update. I haven't announced on my YouTube channel like what I got for Christmas, but I got some of my Christmas models in here. I plan on doing I have a bunch more aircraft on order too. So when everything comes in, I plan on doing a kind of massive unboxing type video. I'll probably do them all separately and then put them all together into one video. But yeah, so there's a few new models. So you'll see some of the first ones kind of sneak peek here. So yeah, just starting out here, first the A concourse is closed. It's been closed for a while. The B concourse is closed. There is an extension getting built right now. Real PDX. C concourse is Alaska and American. The first few gates are closed for construction. D concourse, Delta, and like the low cost and Hawaiian, and the international gates, so Alaska. Hawaiian, we are getting the A330s, one heavy. E concourse, United on the legacy E gates, and then Southwest Air Canada on the extension. Then we've got the cargo area here and the Boeing ramp. So yeah, we'll just get started. This one, I kind of do have a time period for this one, kind of like the late afternoon, early night. I'll have just for the sake of getting as many routes in as possible, there's going to be like 2 flights, which are not going to be quite realistic for this time period. Just some of the United ones, which are during the day. But for now, right here is an Alaska 737-900. Just pushing out for Las Vegas. This is the evening flight. It's a 6:45 departure. And he arrived in from, we'll say Dallas-Fort Worth. Right here's the 737-800, pushing out or getting loaded up for Phoenix Sky Harbor. Flight 497, I think. And he came in from, we'll say, trying to think of the early inbounds, Denver. Right here's a E175, going to be in from San Jose, California. It's going to be heading out to, he's heading to, I gotta think of all these routes, I gotta think of this time period. But he'll be heading out to Oakland. Right here is a E175, gonna be heading out to Orange County and came in from Palm Springs. 737-800, just arrived in from Fort Lauderdale. That's a new route. We'll be heading out to Anchorage. Anchorage was in the last kind of bid, but they just canceled that route just like a week ago. So we'll see when we get it back. But Anchorage was going during Christmas and for a few months there, but now it's gone. Right here's another U-175 going to be heading out to Spokane and arrived in from Kansas City. Right here's an A320 heading out to Seattle, flight 455. Another, I think, 6:45 departure, and it's going to be heading, and he arrived in from Seattle also. That's pretty much the only route we're getting the A320s on right now, just Seattle. Sometimes LAX, but yeah. Right here's 737-800 in from Kahului, Maui. Be heading out to Honolulu in the morning. We got Honolulu back, that's brand new. Here's another 737-800 right here in from Kailua Kona. And it's going to be heading out to Orlando in the morning. Yeah, there's not too many Alaska outbounds at night, but there's a whole bunch of inbounds. So we got all the remote parking for the other Alaskas over there. Just right here is a 739 just getting pushed off of the D12 gate here. He arrived in from Puerto Vallarta, Mexico. And he's going to be towed over to a hard stand over here. To head out to San Diego in the morning. Just get these other Alaskas here. Right here is an A321. Just doing a Seattle. Came in from Seattle, heading back there in the morning. We haven't seen any of these in a while, but we got some a little while ago. Right here is another Alaska 737-800. We'll be heading to Chicago O'Hare in the morning, and he arrived in from Phoenix Sky Harbor. Here's another 737-900ER, going to be heading out to Puerto Vallarta in the morning, and he arrived in from Cancun earlier this afternoon over in the D gates over here. Cancun is a new route that started up along with Fort Lauderdale, which is cool. Two brand new routes. They were never operated out of PDX before, so that's cool. And then right here is another 737-900ER, which is going to be heading out to, trying to think which ones I haven't said yet. There's not a ton of Alaska routes, but there's a good number. A lot of we got Puerto Vallarta, Cabo, Cancun, and Mexico. I think I got all those already. 3 Hawaii so far. We had Lahui a little bit, but they canceled it again. But this guy, I don't know if I said a Denver already. I think I did. But I'll say, I think I said Chicago too. So, yeah, this guy's in from LAX. He's overnighting. Finally, another 900ER here and from Seattle and is overnighting. We got a whole bunch of flights from Seattle at overnight. There's like 4 or 5 of them. So yeah, any night we can have generally between 3 and like 8 planes that go out to remote parking hard stands. Just because they run out of gates, because there's not too many mainline Alaska flights that depart. Just us 3 to Seattle, Vegas, and Phoenix. Onto the regionals here at the regional gates for Alaska. We got gates C20, A, B, and C. Right here is a Q400. Going to be heading out to, and he is heading out to Medford, Oregon, and he arrived in from Redmond. Right here's another Q400 heading out to Sacramento, and he arrived in from, and he is in from Boise. Here's a Q400 coming in from Fresno, California. And he's going to be heading out to another flight out to Seattle. Right here's an E175 here, going to be heading out to, and this E175 honoring those who serve is heading out to San Francisco and came from Ontario. And then right here is another Q400 going to be heading out to, and he is in from Spokane, is heading out to Boise. I think I said those routes on the E175 also, so I'll send that as, I know on one of these E175s I had it going out to Boise, I think. I'll send that one to Santa Barbara, and another one I think I had it coming in from Spokane, or vice versa. But another route on the E175 I didn't get is Salt Lake City. So that's Alaska. Hopefully you excuse my just trying to do this off the fly and remembering everything. But yeah, that's kind of what Alaska's at right now. Not too many cross countries except for the the Mexicos and Hawaiis. But yeah, waiting for D12 to open is the Volaris A320. We're still getting Volaris to Guadalajara pretty much daily, I think. So that's pretty cool. Hawaiian A330, and from Honolulu, flight 26, it heads back in the morning. Beautiful model. We were getting this for a while. I think right after, it's back on the A321 right now. But we're also getting the A321s to Kahului. I'm hoping that it'll just be certain days of the week will be on the A321 and not from here on out, the A321. But right here is a JetBlue A320 doing a Fort Lauderdale turn. That's a new route. I think it's like once weekly. So it's not that often, but it is going. Fort Lauderdale, JetBlue A320, it's a turn. It gets in at like 8 p.m., departs at like 9:30, something like that. Right here is a Frontier A320neo doing a Las Vegas turn. Let's get another PM departure. It goes Las Vegas. Frontier is also operating 1 to 2 daily flights to Denver also, both on the A320neos or A320ceos. Then right here, new model, Spirit A321, going to be doing a Vegas turn. We're only getting the A320, mostly the A320neos on Vegas. I do have that model on order. I'm just still waiting for it, but I wanted to get this update out. So I put this one in. We did get an A321 on this route once a little while ago, but this is not a normal thing, so that's not quite accurate. It's normally an A320neo. Now with Delta, we're not really currently getting the 757s, but we were over Christmas and like Thanksgiving. Here's a 757. We're getting it on Detroit. Detroit turn, just getting ready to push. A321, thank you. Getting ready. He arrived in from Salt Lake City. He's overnighting. A321 normal livery in from Atlanta, doing a turn for the red eye back to Atlanta. Empty Delta gate here. We're also getting a 75s on Atlanta back in Christmas and stuff. Right here's a A319 in from LAX overnighting, and a 737-900ER in from Minneapolis, St. Paul overnighting. And then on the runway right here is a 757-200 heading up to JFK. And we got a JetBlue A320 that's coming in. He arrived in from JFK. It comes in around like 9:30. So after the Fort Lauderdale flight, and departs back at JFK at 10:30 p.m. Right here, two last Alaskas, another Q400. Not too many Q400 routes, so he's just doing another Seattle flight. It's realistic to have this many Seattles. We have it's like 20 daily flights or something like that. Mix of mostly Dash 8s, E175s, and also 737s and 320s. And another Alaska 737 right here. I know I've already got all the Alaska routes out of here, but a route we were getting until about a month ago was Austin, Texas. So that guy heading to Austin. That was an earlier departure, so it wouldn't be this time. But yeah, Austin, Texas. Hopefully we'll get that back sometime soon when stuff picks up again more. But Alaska, they recently just kind of diminished a few flights, not too many routes other than Anchorage, simply because they stopped blocking the middle seats. So now they have more seats available to sell. So, I mean, it's proven that, it makes no difference on an airplane with middle seats or not. But over there is a Delta Connection E175 in from Seattle and is overnighting. We got a United 737-900ER. The one ER we're getting, it's in from Denver and departs in the morning. Gets in at like 9:30 p.m., departs at 5:30 in the morning. A320 doing a Washington Dulles turn. 737-800 doing a Newark turn. Those are new routes from Christmas, basically. A319 here. These two next planes aren't quite, if this is realistic for night, this would just be in San Francisco and overnighting. But I wanted to get these other routes in. So he is in from San Francisco and is turning to Chicago O'Hare. That's a AM turn, and that departs at 11 a.m. And then finally, this guy here in from Houston and is heading out to Denver. So yeah, I wanted to get the Houston and Chicago routes. They are not in the PM time frame. We used to have a second daily to Houston during Christmas and Thanksgiving. But right here is the Sun Country 737. We're only getting one route on them, just Minneapolis. So he's doing Minneapolis there. On to the rest of the E-gates here, Southwest, and just get on the runway. We have the U.S. Navy P-8 Poseidon. Every once in a while, these guys will do touch and goes here at PDX, so he's just doing a touch and go before he heads back up to Whidbey Island Naval Air Station. Southwest, I didn't really look up the routes for Southwest, so these aren't quite like the time period or anything. These are just general what's going on right now. But I'll start with these guys because I know Vancouver for the Dash 8, it gets in pretty early at like 4 p.m. or 3 p.m. and just overnights till the next day. There's like walkways out for this gate here. It goes like that to there. So it sits there. Then there's a hard stand here with a Delta 737-900. He came in from Atlanta earlier in the evening and will be heading back there in the morning. The Southwest did reduce their service once again, but they're still doing reasonably okay. Here's a 737-700 in San Jose, 800 going to Oakland, 700 in from Chicago Midway, just taxiing into the gate, 800 going to Denver, 700 for Phoenix Sky Harbor, and 800 for Las Vegas. I think I want to say that's all the routes we're getting right now. If I didn't say Oakland, oh, we are getting LAX too. So I'll say this guy came in from LAX. So yeah, so LAX, Oakland, San Jose, and California. I don't think we're getting a San Diego. Don't quote me on that one though. But yeah, and then Las Vegas, Phoenix, Denver, and Midway. So not too much on Southwest, and not too many daily flights too. So you wouldn't see this many parked here, except for overnight when they all kind of come in. Now just on to the last bunch here with cargo. First off here, beautiful model. This is another Christmas model, the UPS Interactive Series 747-8. Loading up, we were getting these over Christmas. Beautiful model. I've also seen these get painted in Portland, but we were getting the actual service for this guy. And he came in from Louisville and would head up to Anchorage, Alaska. Beautiful model. I'm waiting for, I do have some second level cargo loaders on order, which will be able to get to the higher doors. Right here are the Ameriflight Beech 1900s heading up to Klamath Falls and we'll say Astoria. Right here is a UPS 757-200 in from, I've got a lot of cool routes with UPS over the, Christmas and Thanksgiving and stuff, or mostly Christmas. But he is heading out to Sioux Falls, and it came in from Columbia, South Carolina. Right here is a 767-300 heading out to Dallas-Fort Worth, and came in from Ontario, California. Right here is a Cathay Pacific Cargo 747-8, just getting ready to push for Anchorage, and he came in from Los Angeles. Empty cargo gate here. DHL 757-200. We get the 767-200s for DHL. They do Seattle turns, in from Seattle back to Seattle. Over here with the FedEx and the Prime guys. Right here is the 737-800. We get both these. We get both the Sun Country operated and the Southern Air operated. Southern Air comes in from Houston and departs to Tampa on in the evening hours. So that's what I'll say this guy's on. Gets in at like 9 something and departs at 10 p.m. And then we also get the Sun Country operated Prime Airs in from either, I know the routes are Ontario, California to Fort Worth Alliance, which is near Dallas. I forget which direction they are, if it's in from Ontario or out to Ontario, or vice versa. Right here is the 767-300 in from Wilmington. We had that route, and it came in from, and it was heading out to Cincinnati. Right here's a FedEx MD-11 heading out to Memphis, and came in from Indianapolis. 767-300ER here. We've been getting these guys. He comes in from, he's in from Memphis again. I think that's the only route we're getting him on. But Memphis, and going back to Memphis. And 2 Cessna Caravans here. One in from Eugene, heading to Corvallis. Another one in from Medford, heading to, we'll say, Redmond. And yeah, just over at the Boeing paint hangars here. There's a lot of planes actually getting stored out there. I think there's 4 or 5. There's a Norwegian 787. I got that one here, just getting stored until Norwegian can get it delivered, or Boeing fix whatever problems are with it. And then there is an Air Tahiti Nui, but there's a Gulf Air. There was a China Eastern, which was just painted. I think that one will get delivered. But there was also 2 Scoot 787s, and an American 787 waiting to get painted. So all that was painted was the tail. Then the hangar, there's a United Dreamliner getting painted. I don't think there's a real one there at PDX, but United does have a few Dreamliner-9s on order, so that could be realistic if they decide to get one painted over here, if Boeing sends one here. Just the little general aviation guys, the Pilatus PC-12 for Boutique Air, heading out to Redmond, Oregon, and came in from Pendleton, Oregon. Those are the 2 routes we get them on. Beech King Air 350. I'll just say it's heading out to Seattle Boeing. And a Citation Longitude, going to be heading out to Fort Myers, Florida. We'll just say that. So everybody, that's the airport update. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Yeah, I'll be getting probably a fictional one up next, or an update request like San Francisco or something. Still have a bunch of new models on order, and coming in too. So yeah, those will be cool when they get here. So don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Go follow me on Instagram at Geminijets_2000. And thank you for watching.